Their stream is starting. Okay, right, it's live. No, I did not mean to open Audacity.
Hello, everybody. My name's Markiplier, and I'm a fish.
Okay. There. Should be good. Oh, we have the full team. Now let's see if someone has the new Honglu ID. Oh,
Probably not.
as
Never
you,
mind.
as you say.
저를 부르셨다는 건
되어내겠습니다. 칼을 부딪힐 시간입니다.
Meanwhile, Heathcliff's team. Bloody hell. What's up with these kids? They're showing up out of nowhere.
How? Sorry. How should I know? By judging and by their get-up, they seem like escort fellas. And things were going well. We could have talked it out with those fedora guys who were rummaging around the place earlier, you know? But no, you just had to go at them first. Would have saved us a whole lot of trouble if you hadn't, right?
So it's my fault. Okay, goddamn, I keep peeking my mic. Here. This better?
No.
Well, that's because it's... Okay, fuck's sakes. There. Okay, that should be better. Okay, right. Oh, so it's my fault. Those bastards look like they were nicking stuff. This is our contract area, ain't it? If they walked off with something important, we'd be the ones chasing hell.
Listen, but not everyone's itching to swipe hair coupons into their pockets the second they get the chance.
Oh, for how many bloody months are you gonna milk? Excuse me. What? You got a problem too, mate? No, not at all. Just wondering whether that gentleman over there is one of our enemies. Is that the... Is that the end of your triumphant performance? Shame. Shame. I was really enjoying watching you folks dance. Might have mistaken this place for the Peach Blossom Land of Legends. Had there been a cup of fine Mongolia rice wine to go with it. Yep, that's an enemy, all right. He has a name tag though. I thought it said LCD? LCD or whatever. Who gives a toss? Am I supposed to put up with every bastard having a dig at me? Oh dear. Such bold swings. Didn't know there was an encore to that performance. You slimy little rat. Well, I do find this amusing enough, but if you're intending to play with me, you ought to be more aware of your surroundings.
Hey, behind you, there's...
Oh, we took out all of those do be wearing people with a single slash. I'd say that about covers the price of admission for your Troll's circus, wouldn't you? Well then, I'll leave the rest to you folks. Wandering blades and mighty tales, mere tales never linger on the stage for long after all. Oi! Where the hell do you think you're going? Ah, damn it. Oh, wait, we're manifesting the sinners to their location. Also, I have no fucking clue how to use this guy. What the fuck is this index ass targeting?
No clue.
Ah, fuck. Yeah, that should be good.
잡아드리죠.
There. Also, I got the ego.
So, Roland, if you're wanting to see how yourself sounds like, from my point of view, well, I bet you wouldn't care though, but I'm gonna send it anyways.
Okay. Also, yeah, I got the ego thread spin forwarded immediately.
Nice.
Where are you sending it?
In your DMs, of course.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I genuinely have no fucking clue how to use this ID.
I don't know why I don't know why Discord sends them as, well, things to download, but my Discord just does that.
Okay.
너무 과했는데.
Okay, there. There.
We don't need Cam, we have Mersault over here.
Yes.
확실히 훌륭한 5번 수감자. 덕분에 위험한 순간도 넘어간 적이 많다지.
어때? 사람을 단축하니 보기 좋아지지 않았나?
There.
방금 멋졌어. 너희들의 사랑의 힘이, 빛의 힘이. 저 어둡고 아픈 아르카나들을 뒤흔들었어. 잘했으면 승리도 시켜보지. 당연한 걸 한 것 가지고 굳이 칭찬할 필요 없어. 이거 완전 삼촌들이랑 고모대 같았어.
예상한 것보다 움직임이 더 좋구나.
순수 보라를 받으시죠.
What the? What the fuck? Oh,
I
okay.
mean, what the fuck?
Did you not see what just fucking happened?
Oh, skill 3 first thing.
No. No. You know who we were fighting before, right? Does this look like them?
전부 잡아드리죠.
Okay, there.
오늘이 방금 무얼 본 것인가? 엄청나게 강한 일격을.
저런 사람을 영입해야 하는 건데.
사무실 직원을 더 늘릴 재정 여유는 없고.
Huh.
다들 첫 여정을 시작했을 때보다
매우
정말
효과적인
강해지셨네요.
청소입니다. 워프
매일
열차 연산
보아하는
시스템은 해당 행동의 약 14%의 정리 기여도가 있음을 판단했습니다.
I love how it has a unique status that gives it less clash power. Doesn't actually matter.
그래, 그렇게 시원하게 처리하니 보는 맛이
아,
나는군.
여기서 이런 공격이 잘 먹히는군요.
Okay. Huh.
답답한 법이지.
개체들의 체력이 많이 깎여나갔어.
재밌네.
괴로워하는 게 느껴지지
난
않아?
이가
이
좀더
기세로
어색할
계속
거라고
나아가 보.
So let me get this straight. Dude was here just a minute ago, and now nobody knows where he wandered off to. Yep. Bloke just turned up out of nowhere, flapping his gums. Then did a runner before anyone could grab him. As we let out a long, listless sigh, as though she was getting sick and tired of even complaining about Kim. Lady Ezra, I cannot.
Lady Ezra,
Oh, right.
you forgot.
Yep.
Lady Ezra, I cannot say your frustration is in place, yet I trust you are also aware that more often than not, Mentor's actions have carried a profound design.
sorry, I was just... Oh my god, I just opened Arknights for a second. And the game crashed.
Immediately.
Yeah, no, it's because the computer shit itself, per usual.
Lovely.
Yep.
Also,
Yeah, I straight up cannot watch what you sent.
damn. That's alright. You can do it after stream.
No, as in even after stream I can't because...
Alright, hold up. I think I got it for you. Alright, I think I can get them in a video. Yeah, got them in a video format, so you
Okay.
don't have to.
Also, my stream's still working, right?
God fucking damn it. Still puts them as files.
Okay, I'm also, you know, kind of right, is my YouTube stream still working?
Your microphone sounds like it's having a seizure.
Oh my fucking god. Is my YouTube stream working?
Hold up. Yes, it's still working.
Okay, and I have to redo the stage.
그대
There.
필요하오. 역시제 저것들이 아까부터 그런데니까 딱 사냥. 딱히 할 말은 없네요. 할 수 있다. 힘을 냈으면 한다. 뭐 제게 그런 말을 바라시지는 않을 거잖아요.
There.
정상값이네. 사실 그 상황에선 그런 공격밖에 고를 게 없었지, 그치?
Okay, right.
확실히 훌륭하군 5번 수감자. 덕분에 위험한 순간도 넘어간 적이 많다지.
敵に対して大きな 打撃を与えました。
There.
저 개체는 오래 버티지 못하겠군요. 화해자가 상황에 맞는 효과적인 공격 수단을 택했으니 당연한 결과일 테지.
정신교육의 효과가 보이는군. 보다시피 직원들의 증오심은 환상체를 쳐죽이는 원동력이다. 당장이라도 갈아마시려는 저 눈빛 마음에 들어.
There.
차포잡이라. 예상한 것보다 움직임이 더 좋구나.
그래, 그렇게 시원하게 처리하니 보는 맛이 나는군. 일 처리는 빠르게 하는 편이 덜 답답한
과감한 판단이었어요.
중계하듯이 말하지 좀 마시라니까.
그래도 완전 좋은 판단이었던 지금 완전 상실들이랑 공호대 같았어.
Also, just wondering, Roland, you want me to voice Ezra too?
No. It's fine.
Alright. He has never left his post without purpose so far.
No, I get it, okay?
No.
But come on. Would it kill him to give us a heads up before he goes zooming off on his own again? It's not like it's not like we'd stop him. What are we gonna do? Tie him up? Lock him up in a closet? We're not doing that in our own team, right? Stream's fucking lagging, of course. Remember last time we all thought he was being a good participant and sleeping it off, patient and sleeping it off in the recovery ward, but nope, when the LCE got infected, he snuck out without telling anyone and came back like nothing happened, and the team leader didn't even chew him out for that.
Lady Ezra, that's...
Oops, wasn't supposed to mention that, was I? Then the reason he failed to participate in the operation was simply because the LCD was lax in supervision, in supervising its personnel. Is that what you're suggesting?
Lady Moses bade us hold our tongues for the very reason. She knew fully well Mentor's intentions would be misunderstood in precisely such a manner.
What part of this have I misunderstood? Did you not just disclose that the man departed his post without authorization? That's the thing. He wasn't just wandering around. He was outside, all alone, taking down the ring automatons. We'd locked down the elevator that leads to the LCE department. Yeah, it's not like he was dealing with the strongest enemies out there, but the recovery ward didn't have an emergency alarm. Nobody from the department was there to warn him either. He somehow just caught on and did the job himself. Heard it's all thanks to him that the facilities team management managed to get the comms back up and contact the LCE chief dude way faster, and that helped the LCA to actually deploy. They would have been delayed for another hour or two if he hadn't stepped in, apparently. And he went fighting even though he still wasn't fully recovered. So he came back looking like he'd been processed through a meat grinder. So yeah, he did end up staying in bed like a good patient in a lot of pain. Then the soldier is not entirely deserving of reproach. Nope, he's a less talking, more doing type, I guess. Anyway, we were all stuck inside the building back there during the incident, so fine, I suppose. There was no helping it. Today, though, never mind. It's always like this with him. He always slips away and pops back in, saying, "It's done." My point is, what happens if one day one of those solo missions doesn't go his way and he just drops dead in the street somewhere? How are we supposed to help him then? Stream stopped lagging. Actually, how does he even know what's supposed to be done in the first place when nobody gives him any instructions? Bloke's got to be relying on his gut feelings, innit? Gut feeling? Look, I only saw the bloke for a bit, so I can't say I got him all figured out. He's an annoying bastard, but he didn't strike me as some careless sod who doesn't know where he's stepping. Heathcliff scratched at his chin, then kept talking as though he was stating an obvious fact. Today's proof enough. He's not one of us, so Clockhead couldn't have reached him from that far, sent him back up with us. And there's no way he just happened to run into us just when we were about to get into a battle in it. Then, well, could be the bloke's got some stupidly sharp head on him and piecing things together. Could be that, but I've got these moments when I get a flash of that gut feeling, however you want to call it. My boss man, Matthews, said he could hear the kind of shite too. Said I could hear them guts turning, or I think I hear rats scurrying about. You'd do things you couldn't make heads or tails of. Listen, there was this one time when we were experiencing a life and death fight. Matthews said he could hear them guts turning. Walks into a random pub, starts throwing back drinks like he lost his bloody mind. That sounds like someone who's lost his bloody mind. Back when I was on the ship, Some sailors used to drink the barrel dry before battling whales to blunt their fear, only to stumble back around on the deck and fall overboard. Yeah, boss, knock it back like a whale. Still, the point is, getting polished right before a turf war, plastered right before a turf war is not what most sane people would call a good idea. Had us all cross, so we went sodding after him. And guess what? Turns out that pub was the secret hideout where the opposing syndicate was holding up. They were crowding around the thing, running their mouths about how they'll kill him and put an end to the dead rabbits. That's when we came storming in and had them surrounded instead. Not a single one of them got away. We beat them bloody. Every last bastard. And boss knew to play out that way. Sorry, but this really sounds like barstooling and bragging to me. You sure that wasn't just a coincidence? You there?
Yeah, sorry, spaced out.
No worries.
I think well, I think, sorry. I should think it was no mere chance. If you are saying as much, then surely this was about one of among many such coincidence. Is that not so?
Yeah. Every time Mathies pulled one of those stunts, our lot ended up growing bigger. Wouldn't have kept working so neatly if it was just a coincidence. It is likely what this occurrence refers to as indeed an instinctual sense or experience-based precognition. More accurately, an unconscious production by which information accelerates in the subconscious, is sorted and conversed into sensible consolations. There have been such extremely rare cases in which Heathcliff has demonstrated the ability to arrive at cohesive conclusions that surprise even Faust. On further analysis, it would appear that he is employing a mechanic similar to a sixth sense, as some people call it. Is that a compliment, or are you taking the piss out of me?
Though my mentor does not see fit to explain each step he takes. Well, all has passed. I often find that no footfall of his was taken in vain. I would ask you, grant him but a little time and wait. Keep waiting, and the shape of his intent may yet become clear. Though I confess, I have also been concerned about him of late. His recent silence is far heavier than what I have noticed in the past.
I'll be right back. I just need a water refill.
Alright.
It's
Welcome
not
back.
even. It's not even fucking midnight yet. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. Oh, hi.
To my.
Epoch Forestation.
You're tired? Okay. No. I'm a fucking night owl. Oh, yeah, right. The kit's
like-
coming out. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna have to make a video on that. God damn.
Make a video on what?
The kit.
Oh, Honglu's kit.
Hawkma. Hawkma.
Ogma Ball.
No, fucking Valentino Rodi and Lucio Heathcliff.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about those two.
Don Quixote began, hesitated, then stopped herself from saying more. She only gave a quiet nod. Yeah, okay, I suppose our team leader has her own reasons for letting him be. That said, it doesn't mean I'm happy about it.
Let us return to the task at hand and do what we can for now.
Fine. As the others quieted down, I finally had room to notice the place we found ourselves in. Good night.
A dark room. Good
There
night.
wasn't a single ray of light, just a deep red hue pressuring from every side.
I can't believe we've been chatting away in the dark this whole time, fellas. And the red lights aren't helping at all, especially with my aging eyes.
You're like fucking 30. What are you talking about? Oh, are you looking for the light switch? It's right here. And right then, do not turn on the light. I heard Mersaul's clipping warning, his voice coming from the corner I didn't expect to find. Mersaul, where are you? Ah, there he is, the corner. He is washing something. I'm developing the film role, executive manager. Exposure to light might ruin the entire role. Please, exercise caution. So he'd been doing his own thing. That explains why he was quiet all along.
Huh? Didn't think you know how to print photographs, pal.
What's that for, anyway? You expressed the wish to have the film developed, executive manager. I am carrying out that instruction. I see. A photo studio first, now a dark room. This may be no more than a conjure, but it would not be unreasonable to suppose that the access of this distortion rests upon a photographer. The film's serial numbers either match these found in photo studios, or disparate ones, only a single digit. It is certain that this dark room is connected to the studio in some way.
The images bear a striking resemblance to these photographs. I also believe this building and the photo studio share a strong connection. Well, whoever here was last was definitely a photographer of sorts. Oh? Where did you get these photos? I brought them from the photo studio. I can't name the locations in the picture with certainty. They all appear to have been taken in various places in Encorp's district. Buildings, mostly.
Wait, I know what these are. People take pictures like these when supplying stuff to department stores. Correct. The photos must have been taken by a documentarian. Marcel chimed in, holding up an odd cylinder cornered in his hand. This time, he gave the construct a single, even a shake every now and then, with a measured rhythm. Whatever he was doing seemed to be part of the process of developing the film. Film rolls are hardly adorned with affordable for the average resident in Encorp. In most cases, taking photos is done as part of professional duties. There are approximately 21 occupations in District 14 that utilize photography. However, one singular profession involves resolving photography, specifically buildings, adhering to fixed standards that can be observed in these pictures. And then these documentarians you mentioned are people entrusted with that job? Yes, these photographs. The information to be pondered in canned experience.
A docugrapher. How could a person of such decency lucrate a profession fall into a distortion?
Decent job, maybe, but how do we know they're really a decent person? Ezra replied with a clear-cut answer after only a brief pause. What makes you say that? The studio we were at didn't have any dark rooms, right? No, it didn't. My team leader said there are other ways of processing film rolls, but in Encorp you have to go to a dark room to develop and paint them. Correct. Film rolls are usually immersed in developing solution, to be precise. Which is why film studios have these dark rooms equipped with red safe lights right next to them. But this place, it's pretty far from that film studio. Yeah, now that you mention it. Check out these windows. They're only covered by newsletters, all messy like. If you're concerned with sensitive film rolls to light, it's really super suspicious that this darkroom doesn't have any proper blackout panels. And You know how films can cost a fortune in some places in the city, right? Who in their right mind would print photos in a room patched up with yesterday's newspaper? Oh. This probably isn't even a legal darkroom. Someone just hauled in the bare minimum tools needed to develop film and threw them together in a hurry. Someone who didn't want to be seen printing photos. And people don't usually avoid scrutiny unless they're doing something not so decent. If that's the case, then now I can see why they might have distorted, right? Manager. Marcel came to my side quietly, still giving the strange cylinder the occasional shake. I have a request regarding your instruction to develop this film roll. What is it? Please ensure that the light in this room is not turned on until the development is complete. Aren't we already doing that? Yes, however, engaging in battle opens the door to uncontrollable variables. This is why I have justified it necessary to make a separate request. Battle? There is no need for concern. I am capable of participating in combat while maintaining the development process. Wait, no, can you slow down? A battle?
A battle, you say? Surely. There must be a cause for you to believe so.
At the photo studio, reinforcements arrived exactly 11 minutes and 34 seconds after N-Corp's pre-frame team staff were defeated. Illusions based on the events thus far make it clear that the photo studio and this darkroom share some kind of connection. Furthermore, Senator Heathcliff, Senator Honglu, and Senator Gregor have battled N-Corp's pre-frame team in this very location. I heard footsteps rushing up the staircase and approaching closer and closer. I have a feeling I knew what Marcel is getting at, but I asked anyways. Meaning, the Intel Rising is finished. The process is now halfway to the completion. The second alignment is indicated at 12 minutes and 30 seconds have elapsed since the start of the development. A battle is immeasurable. Please withdraw to a safe position, Manager. Marcel, you... Crash. You should have warned us earlier. Understood, Manager. I will follow that instruction going forward.
승부수가 먹혀들었군. 판세는 완벽히 우리에게 있었다. 정착지를 찾을 때까지 이 기세를 잃지 않기를.
Oh, come on. After the battle.
Damn. Something sits ill with me.
Amid the sprawlings of Escort's back streets distorted with the flash, Ongdu had her gaze fixed somewhere high overhead. At the end of her gaze, are those photographs? A long line of stringed across the open air. Photographs hanging from it like laundry clippings. clipped to the consoling.
Clothesline.
Hmm.
I mistook it for I don't know how to say that, so warding rope at first, and gave it little attention. Yet upon closer look, I saw those pictures hanging from the line. Perhaps they have been strung within the dark room that reminded us when the distortion took hold.
Freezing. Observation of an Observations of unaffected elements in the space occurred by a location type distortion is not irregular.
Indeed, these items bore from the studio have already changed into images of various sites of S-Corp. Yet those alone remain as they were.
I'll be right back.
Alright.
Let's take them down and check them ourselves. Just as I was wondering if the line was perhaps too high for me to reach, Marsol stepped forward and pinched a few plucked a few photos off it. And the inside he brought them and instinctually brought them to me. We heard another pop, and again a bright white flash blinded my vision for a moment. You there?
Grave. This distortion, it likes to change its mind, huh? It keeps switching between S-Corp and N-Corp.
Stream's lagging. It feels like getting caught in a flashbang. Distortion. Detonation. My whole body tenses up and goes slack right up after. The other sinners were busy grumbling about the distortion and its sudden jumps, except for Marsol, who stood right in front of me with the photos still held out in his hand. Oh, he didn't drop them. No. He gives his usual short answer, then returns his attention to the cylinder he had been shaking. He took the film out of the canister and flicked the liquid off of it with clean, controlled motions. Stream stopped lagging. Is this process finally done? Wait, we're back here. With the lights on, is it okay to take the film out? Yes. Exposure to the light will not damage the film once development is complete. The image is fixed. There is no cause for concern. That's a relief. I couldn't say I followed all the technical details, but no cause for concern was all I needed to hear. Sighing in relief, I held up the photographs so I could take a proper look.
So, see anything odd there, Manager Bud?
There are people in them.
Flowers, a man.
Oh, the people in the photographs all look different from one another. What were you saying?
I was reading off the photographs. Wilted flowers, 3 what seems to be scientists, a bakery,
if I had to pick one similarity between them, though, they all looked cold and indifferent. Yep. Oh.
Yeah, that's the city. Alright. Ordinary folks you don't see anywhere.
These aren't like the photos we picked up at the studio earlier. Are these the kind of photos they use to make canned experiences? What was that? Staticking around. Those seemed to riffle just now. I was about to ask Faust if she also felt the strange sensation, but it faded away soon enough. Perhaps it's nothing serious. Maybe it was just a spell of random vertigo. Is that even possible to get dizzy when I've got a clock for a head? No. Marcel must have noticed that I was out of sorts for a moment, because he seemed to pause on purpose before answering my question. No? I thought you said photographers documentographers take photos to put into canned experiences. Raw ingredients for canned experiences are handled exclusively by the Grand Marquis Safi. There is no known method for extreme participants to access them. Sarfis? What? Oh, I think I've heard of it. Canned experiences, right? They're in high demand in other districts too, but only brand stamped on them is Grand Marquis Sarfis. Same name every time. Right. Some of my classmates bragging about trying them whenever exam weeks came around. Never had one myself though. I can't really explain it, but something about them feels kind of wrong. It's that popular, huh? The unprocessed base content of canned experience, known as experience matter, is applied to repose fathoms, where dominant graphs fine-tune the experience's details. Photographers are primarily used for that purpose.
They can fine-tune experience.
An easier example for understanding would be to concern why domographers take photos of subjects such as buildings. A purchase may wish to experience living in a luxury building that they could never afford. Another may wish to vent out all impulses of violence by experiencing the burning of an inexpensive property. The demand for halt concern canned experiences is increasing by day. So that's why photos from earlier were all fancy buildings. Yes, manager. Conveying information concerning ordinary experiences. Information condensing ordinary experiences that could easily encounter in reality is in low demand. Then why photograph these residents at all? Perhaps they were not images harvesting for the commonest value, but pure photography in and of itself. Mayhaps they have been captured for a desire to seize a vanished instinct through a lens. There are people who take photographs knowing that it would cost an exorbitant sum. I've seen some before. A staggering amount of money just to take a single photo. That is, if they could even manage to find a photographer who to take the risk and help take the picture. I'm not so cross as to put a price on sentiment and nostalgia, but spending this much money on film rolls? What could have made this endeavor worth it? I'd say maybe it isn't just a matter of sentiments or memories even. Leafing through the photographs, I quickly experienced my thoughts. Executive manager? I'm not an exact expert of authority on distortions, but I know they manifest through desires or emotions that become wrapping in bizarre ways. But Everything the distortion has shown us so far points back to S-Corp. That is, the S-Corp from the past that only Kim and Ong-Du would have seen and remembered. These photos, though, they're completely untouched by the distortion. Doesn't that feel off? There must be some strong fixation at play here. Strong enough to slip past even a distortion. And if that obsession is something that refuses to let these memories be impinged, I think our next step should be to look for the people in these photos. These photographs are of only undistorted, unaltered clues we have. Dante says it would be advisable to locate these people shown in these photos. Oh, good idea. Team leader said that we should agree input from the LCB with open arms. Hey, Ongdu, could you get me the office catalog? We'll probably need to contact an office affiliation with 7 Association. Let's look for one that can take a request right away. Can someone tell Ezra we're fine? I think I know where to find these people. Dante says one of the people shown in the photos has already been found. What? When? How? Well, guess I'm just having a lucky day. I pull the radio from my waist and switch it on without answering Ezra's question. DWRC. I think she said, do we regroup clock? That one's especially hard to understand, Ryoshu. Radio's with you, right? Could you put it on? Okay. Rhodia, you there? What? Dante wants to talk? One sec. I kinda wanna went overboard with bread and parcels. My hands are completely full right now. Parcels? What kind? Just one of everything. Neat. Can you grab extra parties and baguettes for me too? Love the ones from that street. They're so good. Hold on. I gotta readjust the pile if I wanna. Just throw them on TF. They're packaged. Yoshu, you can't treat food like that, okay? Bakers have feelings too, you know? How do you think the baker would feel if they knew someone was treating their precious babies like trash? How am I quiet? I'm like almost at the max every time.
I said quite loud.
Oh. Okay, here.
Yep, there's no doubt about it. You have
There.
dyslexia.
Yeah. There, how's this? Okay. This scabbard is rattling again for no reason. Anyways, Dante, can you give me a sec if you need me to fight? Just need to cram these into my pockets real quick. No, it's not a fight. Huh? Then what's this about? I took a closer look at the words written on the wicker basket on the first photograph Marcel had brought me. Where's that bakery you're at?
Also, I was gonna say, nothing changed, but at this point, don't worry about it. I think it's just your actual mic and not your OBS.
Okay, what about this?
Check in. Better.
Can you take them?
Sure. Ah, I know who you're looking for.
The owner of the bakery was a woman holding the same wicker basket as the one in the photograph. She took one glance at the picture I held up for her and gave a quick nod.
This man, he works in Canary 17th, right next. He's a regular. He used to drop by every morning. Sorry for doing this voice, but I'm wanting to buy sandwiches to share with his coworkers. Haven't seen him around lately, though.
And these co-workers, I assume, they were wearing the same uniform? Asking the question on my behalf, Odo showed the baker another photograph.
Probably. He was always wearing one too. I guess it's the Canary uniform.
This confirms our lead, executive manager. A few inquiries at the cannery should bring us to the information we need. Yeah, you're right, but it's just that she doesn't seem very concerned at all. She's the one of the people in the photos that weren't affected by the distortion, right? Thought she'd be a close acquaintance. Allow me to verify, executive manager. Do you know the name of this regular you spoke of?
His name? Am I supposed to know that?
No, I wasn't expecting her to actually know his name. The apparent evidence in her voice gave me pause. He took a photo of you. Wouldn't it be reasonable to assume that you're well acquainted with him?
Oh, that.
Baker demeanor changed when Otis pressured the point. She gave a strange, unsettling smile before pulling something from her apron pocket. A thin and round can-like object?
He said he'd give me 5 of these canned experiences free. Let him take a picture. Even he throw it in the dock graph of the building of my choice. He docugraphs buildings, right? I heard he even takes work trips to the nest every now and then. So I asked him to get me a docugraph of this very lovely mansion all by the nest suburbs. I'll never get to afford a beautiful place like that, but this way I could have the least experience what it's like. And gosh, it was everything I'd hoped for.
Couldn't quite put my finger on it, but there was a distinct eeriness of that dreamy blissful smile on the baker's face that sent a chill down my spine.
Young Mersault, are these canned experiences truly possessed of such marvels to pluck at semblance of reason from one's continuance?
They maintain high demand across the city. District 14 is one of only several markets.
Dost thou mean that those who indulge in canned experiences may experience venturing on an expedition of the Great Lake and a bungee jumping off the summit of a skyscraper yonder as they remain seated where they are?
They may, however.
Oh, a magic can, allowing anyone to pursue any dream the heart may convene. Verily, I confess my own soul is much tempted.
It differs from pleasant pursuing a dream. It differs from pursuing a dream. Mass-produced canned experiences are made from basic experience matter mixed with various modified information. The resulting end product enables intense stimulation through altered memories. Therefore, it is unlike the dream as expressed by Don Quixote. A piece of memory refined along with numerous production stages of the Canterbury's production line is not equivalent to genuinely experience, meaning the user of the usage of experience. In her perspective, sentiments must be also amended. Memory is altered from intense situations. That does sound quite shady.
How does this cast a shade upon the boons granted by the can? Adventures and tales are for souls are inclined toward a little ganja.
It is basically the memory is provided by the canned experiences are extremely vivid. The sensation has shown that the users of statistics have shown that users of cans enterprise them as authentic experiences and become dependent on them. So it's like a drug. The possible cause of the linked dependency patterns is that canned experiences allow one to feel as if one has achieved a dream that is, in reality, impossible.
Art thou implying that the users of made content with devouring forged dreams stored in instant use cans?
Also, I find it interesting that Mersault got very fucking pissed off there.
Huh. Oh yeah, by the way, his eyes closed.
Yeah, it did. Worse still, the user may no longer or strive to chase dreams in the waking world. For the sweeter and more splendid a dream is and bold, the more impossible it will appear to be grasped with one's own hands.
To become a cause of surrender instead of inciting one to march forth vilely. Doubts it not annual the significance of a dream itself, if the resolute dream roseth not to spirit to gallop toward it. Dawn, we know.
Whatever that
What does it
amends, it signifies I cannot know. But they sell well.
So how much you willing? How much will you be buying?
Buy what?
You came barging in with all these questions, and I was patient enough to answer them politely, wasn't I? Don't you think you owe me a sale or two? You're not about to leave without buying a single loaf after crowding up my bakery and scaring off my customers, are you?
Her case was on point, actually. With our whole group gathered around, the passerbys gave us a wide berth and hurried on, whispering among them nobody was able to come in and buy bread like that. Come on, lady, I practically cleared your shelf already, didn't I? You did? Where the hell are you keeping that all, then? Do you even gotta ask? Of course I had some already, and the rest is safely tucked in my coat pockets, so we can all share later. So you already ate some. Let's buy a little more. It's true we scared off the other customers. Understood. Given that the experience is made to facilitate this operation, the lack of proper bargaining should not pose a problem. Oh, nice! Oh, nice.
I can.
Okay, right. Fuck, I need to get... Oh, nice. Salmon rice bun for me, please. It was Kim. He really did just have a knack for making an entrance at the least expected moments. Hey, mister, where have you been? Have you been this whole time? Wait. Be cross with me all you like, but just give me a moment. Ezra paused, waiting in puzzled anticipation, only for Kim to take a salmon rice bun from the baker's hand and chomp it into it. Alright, I'm ready. Freaking waste of bread. Ugh. Ezra's angry fist drove straight into Kim's solar plexus, folding him to the ground like a crumpled sack of potatoes as he rolled away. At this rate, the owner might start charging us the whole bakery next, roof and all. Best get away from here, manager. Her soul approached me as we walked down the street, with Ezra and Kim still squabbling behind us. He was holding a roll of something brown and tinted colored.
Tightly coiled.
I've completed the development of the film, per your instruction. Oh, so this is the film at canister you were shaking. Do I just unroll it? Hold it up against the sun, or other source of light, as it may reveal film. The images should be visible as they were photographed. I had no idea what a reversal film meant, but I did as he said and unrolled the film. Okay, I can see it. That's pretty cool. Oh? Is it showing? Oh, is it showing? Can I see too?
Move it over a bit. Let me have a look too.
It was hard to make out the details because the images were too small, but I could still tell the strip was placed with almost identical pictures. Is this the same person in every shot? In the same pose in all of them? It's a it's a video reel.
Yep.
Anyways, read.
Cause strip. Yep. Huh? You're right. No, wait a sec. See the arm here? The further along the strip go, the lower it gets.
Well, we may end up
I
having
guess
some
that's
fucking
pointed.
taboos hunters
was
on our
right.
ass.
Okay.
We may have some taboo hunters on our ass now.
Oh. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and the head looks like it turns into the right. Huh? We were all squatting up against the tiny frame on the film when Sinclair suddenly flinched and went stiff like he seen something he shouldn't have. A second later, all color drained out of his face. Sinclair? What's the matter? This reminds me of something I learned in school. You draw a picture in the corner of the sketch notes of a thick book in the exact same spot on every page. You start with the arms down, then you make one small change on each page, nagging the arms up and down until they rise all the way up. And when you flip the page fast enough, the drawing stops looking like separate images and the still figure starts moving. That class was called Introduction to Motion Pictures. I remember the teacher saying that video or photography we watch are all made the same way. Are you saying that this is... It's a concerning consecutive section of still images.
Sequences.
The arrangement of the frames suggests that this film script is highly likely to contain footage, a violation of N-Corp's taboo.
My question is, who is deciding to take pictures and films inside of N-Corp?
I mean, it's happened before. It also, okay, no. Right, I'll say this. It also is presumably not a major offense, because we do know that one of the people in Distortion Detective did it, but it was only because they were a repeat offender did they send a fucking taboo hunter after them.
Ah.
Oh crap. As soon as I registered Marcel's words, my hands reflectively threw the film to the ground. Are we going to be okay? We might have just broken a taboo. Mind began to race rapidly, traveling back through our journey, specifically to the time when Don Quixote had smashed through that window at K-Corp and caused the wing to wipe out our team multiple times over. I felt faint. At least we had Virgilius with us then, and it ended up not being that big of a deal at the end of the day, since I could revive the sinners, but some nest taboos can give us serious trouble just for carrying anything that has to do with them, can't they? I hurriedly turned towards the sinners, many of whom looked every bit as troubled as I felt. Still, a few of them expressed casual looks of concern, quelling all the crazy things we're going through so far. Miss Faust, what'll happen to us if this gets the manager killed? Okay, so this is it, huh? Stop freaking out, guys. They're not dying. We'll be fine. N-Corp's not going to kill you on the spot just for possessing a film reel. Really? Well, it might be a problem if the film reel does contain genuine recorded footage, but it might. But it's not like you guys had a hand in filming it, right? When N-Corp's dudes get here to pick it up, just comply with their commands, thank them for their service, and nicely hand it over to the authorities, and everything should be okay. There is a possibility that everything will not be okay. Because I've developed the contents of the film in the dark room. The court will take the lack of intent, interest into concern. However, it is very likely that my actions will be deemed as aiding the primary violation of the taboo. Really? But Team Leader said that N-Corp has their own regulation standards regarding image quality, which they still use to determine the severity of taboo violations. If the footage's image quality or framage is within regulation, and Corp won't be sneering their fixers on our butt right after. And that could buy us time or give our company some leverage to make a deal, however small it might be. Because what they're really sniffing around for is how close to reality the video is, or how close an experience it provides to real life. So even if we're really, really unlucky and they actually come after us, it's going to be fine as long as the footage is low fidelity, probably. So what exactly does framage within regulation entail?
Frame rate.
It means that the individual between each frame shouldn't be like super brief. Think about photo slideshows. They only show you one image every few seconds. So like feel real or vivid, right? You could technically call them motion pictures, but there's no vividness required to violate their taboo. Then let us analyze this film roll. Let us see how vivid it really is. Ursula, I trust that you are knowledgeable in the subject concerning N-Corps. Yes? Come on, right. Could this film be considered a violation of the taboo? Otis picked up the film from the ground and showed it to Mersal. That cannot be determined. unless each frame is thoroughly analyzed and compared with a chart. Without waiting for Marcel to finish, Otis unrolled the film roll and raised it against the sky. The rest of you get over here. We must analyze these frames. The film cartridge was labeled experiment, so I assumed the culprit had created this as a test run of sorts. An experiment to see how close they could get to violating a taboo, and testing the limits of the law. It may even be a mere coincidence of similar photographs that are precisely pretending to be recorded photography. The sinners all gathered around Otis and looked up towards the unrolled film in unison. Here, the flower pot moved between frames, doesn't it? The domographer couldn't possibly have moved the pot while also holding down the shutter button. I don't see any difference. See here. The expression rises on the subject's visage, appears rather stiff. Maybe they're just a gloomy sort? Perhaps. Very observation closer. The stiffness airs not of gloomy, but from strict strain to maintain it. Oh, if that's the case, maybe the subject really is trying to fake an actual film by moving very, very slowly. That's a pretty convenient theory, but I'm not sure if that's enough to conclude that we're in the clear just yet. That's when bamboo-headed Kim, who had been sprawled on the ground ever since Ezra punched him, stepped into the conversation. Let's see. Look at the shadow cast on the windowsill. Look how it noticeably shifts between each frame. Whoever made this knows their craft for sure, but I can't imagine a backstreet dweller would have any way to mess with the sun's trajectory. Then the likely scenario must be that the creator of this film will deliberately made its subject move very slowly from frame to frame, creating the series of disconnecting photos that, when played simultaneously, looked like film footage that violates the taboo. In which case, this film does not violate the Nest taboo, correct? That is highly probable. So he says, executive manager, we should be in the clear for now, at least in regards to aiding the violation of a wings taboo. Phew. But if he was willing to go through this much trouble just to test N-Corp's presence, it's hard to believe that he'd have stopped here. Based on all available evidence, executive manager, it seems reasonable to conclude that the information point of this case is a taboo violation on the run.
Before I do my line, at the start, like when we got into N-Corp and such, wasn't there like a film reel thing at a projector? A film reel projector at or was that a camera set? It was a camera set. Never mind. But what motive would they have to do that? Sure, working for a wing subsidiary has nothing on being an actual wing employee, but it's still pretty up when it comes to careers available in the back streets.
I'll be right back. Do the line read.
Excuse me. Sorry, I was yawning. Work for subsidiary long enough, and you might even get transferred to a factory job in the nest. That gives you a pretty okay chance at a better life. So
maybe he was just tired of living that kind of life. Everyone has one of those days, don't they? The sudden feeling that you could be doing more than live the rest of your life in 9 to 5 hell. The drive to do something that takes you away from the presence of trying to make a life. Something about what Ishmael said must have tickled bamboo-headed Kim, because he suddenly whipped around towards her and shook his head. Maybe. But how many of these people do you think are capable of throwing away everything they've built on a whim? From what I've seen, maybe our culprit just likes to play with fire. Play with fire? Yeah. Must have started by doing something that technically doesn't count as a taboo, but inched on and on until he brushed throttling close to one. One throttling shot through his camera, and another with that next. Until eventually he ended up recording actual footage. Cool. Then that leaves the question of what the heck was he trying to do with it? Must have been trying to screen it using the projector from all this, or all of his past part, for all of this part of the back streets to see. What? But wouldn't that make everyone here, even those who unwillingly came across the projector? Right on. It have made those folks violators of the taboo. But why would anyone? So would you care to explain how you know that, Mr. Breadbrain? I asked around on the opposite street, and apparently some guy has been going around asking the workshops if they could make him a projector. Seemed like most of them turned him down, but they also say that he stopped showing up after a certain point. Fair to guess that he got his hands on a projector somehow. Alas, it is not a taboo of N-Corp to view recorded videos. Pray tell, why would any insane mind? It ain't taboo if you only make a projector in it. Backstreet blokes. Down for anything long as there's coin. So how do we track this guy down? Multiple individuals in the same grasp as the briefing team have just been identified in the faces. We are all carrying the same. They're all carrying the same briefcase. Oh, well, isn't that convenient? Maybe we can play this like a festive or a convention conversation and just tell people who look like them they're involved with what we're looking for, so they'll lead us to wherever we need to go. Indeed, at antithesis conversation, they would be those in formant plain suits, splendid millings about, and I could always trust them to lead me to the convenience bay. And was it common for those pilled suit fellows to look around like they're scanning the area? Did they also go around checking people against photographs? Question valid. Please advise for. Welcome back.
Alright. They also read each other, glaring at people like they were glaring at Huh.
Perhaps you could answer that series of queries yourself. Nope, this crowd sure doesn't look like they're gonna let us follow them.
What did I miss on the small bit?
지금 공격하는 건 좋은 타이밍이 아니야.
I'm sorry, what?
What did I miss on the small bit when I wasn't here?
I don't know. I don't even know what you're actually talking about.
What did I miss?
You said on the small bit. Like, what do you mean, small bit?
Oh, on the small bit that I was gone.
Okay, nothing really.
Just N-Corp appeared.
Yeah.
뺀다면 4월을
Yeah, pretty much.
Got me a body armor. Oh,
What?
wait a goddamn minute.
What?
So, you saw that attack, right?
What one?
How they took a picture of Mersault?
Yes.
That could be a correlation, but it's not true, nor is it false.
Just...
I know it's a distortion. So, something... It's gotta be something. I just know that.
망설임이 없다.
Bad.
마음을 참아. 숨을 거둬. 확실히 훌륭하군. 오버한 수감자. 덕분에 위험한 순간도 넘어간 적이 많다지.
이것 봐.
비와 여기를 긁을 수밖에.
방금 공격은 좋았어. 이대로만 계속해보면 좋을 텐데.
There. Hi, noob.
하늘이 갑자기 확 돌아갔네?
확실하게
솔직하게
갈라지는
말해서
감각이었네.
한 번에 이렇게 강한 공격을 할 줄은 모르고 아주 옛날에 만든 기계를 가지고 왔거든. 뭐 정확한 수치는 몰라도 아무튼
Congrats. I have not gotten them yet. Yeah. It is unfortunate, but oh well.
죄송해요. 잠시 어지러워서 목혈이. 뭐 또 대단한 일이라도 하시는 거겠죠?
이만 체질을 좀 하지 그랬냐?
재혼했어요.
エリートオペレーター並みの腕前です 이건 직원들에게 유리한 상황 같아요. 이 상황을 개체를 제압하는 데 이용할 수 있을지도.
되겠다. 달빛이 밝다. 그문까지 발진나네.
이제 끝났네. 너희들이 원한 대로 된 거 맞지? 아, 여기저기 부서진 것 같은데 저건 우리 직원들 시켜서 고쳐야겠다. 수리대금도 받고 시민들도 금방 편해질 테고.
승부수가 먹혀들었군. 판세는 완벽히 우리에게 있었다. 정착지를 찾을 때까지
Oh, hey.
잃지 않기를.
제가 분명 말했죠? 뛰어봤자 벼룩이라니까요.
Did you just shard him? Oh yeah, that's
I
right.
can't fucking shard him.
I forgot. You can't shard event IDs until the Kanto's over. Whoa.
Not even until the event's over. You just straight up can't until next season.
I said till the Kanto's over. Oh wait, yeah, that's right, till next season, which is in 2 fucking Kantos.
You really are bad at math. And just understanding
Yes,
how
I am.
this game functions. It's not next.
Because who
There's
the
a
fuck
new
knows
season.
how long
Every
it
time
takes
there's a
him?
new
Who the
Kanto.
fuck knows how long?
This isn't hard. How do you not know this?
Look, I forgot.
Clearly.
Also, hello, noob. If you want to add me for no
Okay,
reason,
sure. I'm doing it right now because I can.
that reminds me, I should really be getting on with Wuthering Heights, aka Heathcliff's Kanto.
For a second, I thought you were talking about Wuthering Waves.
Oh, talking about who?
Wuthering Waves, the game.
Sorry, your mic keeps cutting the fuck.
Wuthering Waves. Did you hear me that time?
Never mind. No, I don't know what the fuck your mic
Wuthering
is doing.
Waves.
Mic keeps on committing
Wuthering
suicide at the
Waves.
start. Just DM it to me, the name.
Wuthering Waves. You're trolling.
No, I'm not. Okay, now it sounds better. The name of the game was...
Wuthering Waves.
Oh, Wuthering Waves, that game. No, not that game. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, that's right. Wuthering Waves was doing a collab with Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Oh wait, I should actually change the sound for Middle Lotus. Yeah, it's been a hot minute since I've updated these. I'm not even gonna lie, I should actually just have that one equipped there because it is actually just fucking better. How often does anyone actually use lasso?
Not many?
Never.
Like, oh, Lasso Hong Lu, I don't have him, so nope.
When did I level Rhyme Shanks? Wait, when did I do this?
A long time ago.
Oh, fuck's
You
sakes,
don't
and
remember
the
exactly
stream
when.
died.
Oh.
Should be back. But yeah, no, I genuinely don't remember doing that. Stream is back on.
You probably forgot it.
Yep, stream's back on. Yeah, I don't know when the fuck I did that. There.
Anyways. Honestly, I kind of feel like going gambling, but I want to save up till
If I could make my own ID,
till,
what would it be? Also, why do you want to go gambling?
Gambling addiction, but I want to wait till the Thumb Apprentice, Heathcliff, and Nurse Father Rodeo.
Or hear me out, realize that Walpurgis is happening immediately after, and it's just the ultimate bait. Don't you hate it when I'm right?
I thought we already had a Walpurgis.
We're having to. Anyways, back to your question.
Forget
If
it
I could
then,
make
I'll
an
shard
idea.
them.
I'm sorry, what?
I said forget it, I'll shard them.
Yeah, good idea. That's what I'm going to do. Anyways, if I could make an ID, what would it be? I don't know.
Oh, I could send you something for it.
No, like I got asked that question, and I'm saying I don't know what the ID would be. Also, funny thing, initially the max of this was 20. Now it's 100.
What?
Yeah, look. You can have every announcer equipped. This resulted in a very funny bug earlier, where like a funny bug I experienced earlier, where I don't know how, but I reset a battle at the perfect time, like on like the loss where the announcer played, but it was like at the triggering moment of the announcer, so it just played all of them continuously and randomly.
Just all of them speaking their lines.
Yes, it was so fucking funny that I just don't want to report it.
Do you have just video evidence of it, or just...
No, I don't.
It
I
just
wish
happened
I
while you were
did.
playing
I
casually?
wish I did.
꽃을 피워볼까요?
Anyways. Yeah, who would I want to make an ID? What would I want an ID of?
개체의 상태가 조금 변했을 거예요. 눈치채시면 바로 말씀.
Damn, lucky.
끝나고 종이에 적어주세요.
Honestly, I would like to see an N-Corp result. Well, wait, no, that's gonna be his bad end.
That already exists. What are you talking about? Google Mersol.
I forgot about him.
What are you cooking?
No, not that that's the League of 9 from N-Corp.
No, it's not.
Unless you're talking about... Oh wait, the Kanto 3, fuck.
Yes. It took you long enough to get there. God damn.
Look, my head hurt, and yeah, I don't remember shit right now. Great job, Sinclair. Alas, workshop. Hold on. What does that photo thing do?
Here. Okay, wait. I'm thinking about that
I'll look it
question a
up on
good
the
bit.
wiki.
Oh wait, it'd be Eugene Otis.
Oh.
But we're getting it this Walpurgis.
Are we?
Yes,
Oh, yeah,
that
that's
is my
right, Wal-
prediction.
Last Walpurgis was lobotomy, so now this Walpurgis is library.
What's my favorite Canto? I think it might be Canto 6. Because like, I really like the moment in that Canto.
Honestly, if you do a Heathcliff cosplay, that'd be amazing.
Okay, that's a bit random, but cool.
I mean, you like Canto 9, though. I mean, not Canto 9.
You're
What the
really
fuck is
bad,
going
but
on?
I get it, it's late. Also, don't you have school?
I'm out of school already.
Oh, right.
It ended in May.
It did?
Also, hi, Gia.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Oh, hi.
my school had already ended in May.
Yeah.
Which was now about a month ago.
Damn.
Well, yeah.
I can play games for a little bit if you want.
Voice acting.
Ah, okay. Then I'm gonna go with it. Good night.
Alright. Good night.
I
숨을 거두리라. 확실히 훌륭하군.
also, I'm not gonna lie, there are way more characters I'd want to cosplay before Heathcliff.
I know you already cosplay as Roland.
I'm
Who
probably
are
also
you
going to
that
get a
cosplay as
better
that?
mask for that cosplay. I'm not gonna lie.
So who are you gonna cosplay next after you get the new mask?
Maybe bamboo-headed Kim.
Fair.
Also, Virgilius would be one. A certain Sinclair.
Yeah.
우와, 지금 완전 삼촌들이랑
Oh, sorry, Sinclair. That.
Okay, that is actually pretty impressive.
Yeah. Oh. Well, honestly, my favorite Kanto would have to be out of all of them. I'd say, I definitely would say Don Quixote's Kanto, aka Kanto 7, but I'm leaning more to Kanto 8 with Hong Lu's.
시원하게 처리하니 보는
That's fair.
일 처리는 빠르게 하는 편이 덜 답답한 법이지.
Because I've recently kind of now started adopting a mindset of just letting things happen and watching from afar.
The exact opposite of what that Kanto suggested.
잡아드리죠.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Pretty
I don't
fucking
remember
ironic,
shit,
not
Ted.
even gonna lie.
Jesus Christ. Oh. Well, say good night.
Good night.
인간이 다른 인간을 많이 죽이는 건 진리도록 됐어.
No.
I may end up finishing this. I may end up not finishing it tonight, but I don't know.
그건 더 많이 봤거든. 모, 분, 조, 토. 역시 모가지를 분질러야 조용해지.
확실하게 갈라지는 감각이었네.
이제 끝났네.
Was that really necessary, Ezra?
아, 여기저기 부서진 것 같은데 저건 우리 직원들 시켜서 고쳐야겠다. 수리 대금도 받고 시민들도 금방 편해질 테고.
It was.
승부수가 먹혀들었군.
No, that is not normal.
완벽히 우리에게 있었다. 정착지를 찾을 때까지
What is
이
not
기세를 잃지
normal?
않기를.
I don't know how I started. When Index Dawn came out, and I've already.
No, look at the
That-
most recent one.
That don't seem normal.
Also, I think we're at the part of the intervalo where it's just a lot of combat up first, which I'm very grateful for.
Where the fuck did all the.
How
Where the
often are you
fuck did-
people fucking doing Mirror Dungeon? It's not even, like, it's not even fun.
Hold on. Well, I'm doing it because,
No,
money.
You're doing it because, why?
Because money. The lunacy and invent money. And also the.
Hardly a challenge. What a WOT.
Yeah. Well, at least they're not much of a fighter one-on-one.
Serve This course is not a combat specialized department. While they have all undergone basic combat training for exurgent circumstances, they are not prepared for head-on conflicts such as this.
Yeah, I noticed. They keep taking pictures of us with their briefcases. I'm guessing that's their primary job description. Or maybe they're just taking photos of the culprits.
What are they snapping away for? Then whispering behind our backs like a load of creeps. Also, what Yi-Sang IDs do you have or not have, whichever one of those lists is shorter? Collecting photos to include in the report for their higher-ups, I'd wager. I can kind of see how they could think we're involved in this somehow. Every time they followed a lead, they ended up encountering us. It's hardly a surprising. It's hardly a suspicious reasoning. Well, listen, the answer to the question they ask is pretty nuanced. That's why I asked the question in response to theirs.
Okay.
Okay, so you're only missing the 2 stars of him, if I understand that, right?
Oh, the 2 stars.
Mathol stood a footstep away from the rest of the sinners and watched in silence as they tried to come up with an explanation. What is he thinking? What is it that he wishes to say, or is simply collecting, observing without any pre-collection notions in his mind? If you're just missing the 2 stars and you need an ego, I'd recommend Dimension Shredder, Yi-Sang. His silence shouldn't have been any different from his usual reluctance, but as though by some chance or whim... Hey, Marcel.
Oh.
I was struck by this sensation of brief yet distant strangeness, and it was compelled to speak with him. Yes, manager. Don't hesitate to let me know if there's something you want to say, but are unsure if you're supposed to say it. Yes, manager. I will do as you ordered. Should one such circumstance occur. As always, his reply was politely concise and direct, though he had some rule of his own that told him that that was the specific response for situations like this. Okay, but I'm talking about right now, actually. Do you have anything you want to say right now? No, do not. It did not appear to me that he was trying to hide anything or choosing his words in response to my question. His reply was simple, that an answer, nothing more. Yes, a prepared answer written down in a list of responses. That's what it felt like to me, as though this particular answer had always been the only one he had available for situations like this. Clearly, prodding him for answers wasn't going to get me anywhere, so with a curt, "Sure, if you say so," I turned away from him and took off to join the other sinners. As I did so, a few words lingered at the tip of my proverbial tongue. Anything to be let out, so I did. Would have been nice to know what you were looking at. For that. He spoke. I cannot form a judgment. What? This is because the precise defiance and nature of the subject of my gaze are just as unknown to me as to you. Should you poke to an object or an enemy, I can provide a verbal explanation based on my current knowledge. If you request such information, please rephrase your question accordingly. I had asked him again then, had I tried to get to the bottom of that line of questioning, could I have found myself at the smallest peek into Marcel's psyche, which had remained entirely shrouded in mystery even after an entire year of traveling together? A-Bird, you're just straight up wrong. Great tricholicism is also a fucking wah.
Thanks, Roland.
You're welcome. You are oh my, just get Dimension Shredder. It's a really good ego. I'm pretty sure it's his highest rolling ego. So get Dimension Shredder. Oh, actually, wait, no. What 3 stars are you missing? I suppose.
Me song.
Yeah, like, tell me what 3 stars you don't have. I'll tell you which one to get. Also, what team are you trying to build? I suppose that's not up for me to judge as well. Manager. Yeah? Another battle is imminent. As you have previously instructed, I have informed you of the imminent battle. Yo, Boss Clock, are you just gonna sit there all day while we're all doing the fighting? They're pouring out of the buildings over there. What team are you trying to build? Actually, no, you can't shard Heisho Yi Sang right now because just get Rian Sang. That ID is like one of the best in the game. Yo,
Fourth Play Me song.
yeah, okay. If you want an ego, I'd recommend Dimension Shredder. If you want an idea, I'd recommend Rian Sang. Oh, those are the ones you have. Okay, well, what team are you trying to build? So they must have been on their way to that building. Our path ahead seems clear. Executive Manager, let us neutralize those foes and head up there. Gotcha. Be right there. A brief lure of battle came to a close, and battling the enemies who arrived precisely at the time Marcel had been present, we made our way into the building. Fuck's sakes. Is there any specific team that interests you?
Hold up, what? Okay. Yep.
Sorry. I was
Oh,
having
okay.
some chips. Bloody hell, these blokes we fought downstairs must have been the weaker ones. What a... How does N Corp have so many guys on their payroll? There's no end to them. This is a wing, after all. What were you trying to say?
I remembered that for the upcoming Walpurgis, I remembered that I was meant to shard Magic Bullet Otis.
Okay.
But instead I sharded Ujat Otis, which isn't bad.
Anyway, okay. Are these the taboo violators? I thought the culprit worked alone. No, I'm quite certain that these are the ones from the subsequent reports. The N-Corp fixers appeared just as confused as we were. It was clear to me that they were expecting to find the taboo violator here. Not a big group of a dozen or so people. What were they thinking? Sending fodder like us to deal with an organized taboo violation. They should have sent taboo hunters here instead. And do you think they told us to consume canned experiences containing mass melee combat? They must have thought our current manpower would suffice to deal with this. I don't know about that. Wait, wasn't there an extra report that one of them say, all of a sudden, with a click, the room began to buzz with a metallic whirl of some kind of machinery. And immediately I could tell what it was. Distortion. Standing in the middle of the shrouded room was a device I wasn't sure if I had ever seen before. Its extravagance was placed with strange shapes that looked similar to what we've seen on Chartia's face in our earlier battles, making it difficult to grasp its full shape. See ya, noob. The round object affixed to it began to rotate slowly with the dull, worn-out groan of things past its prime. Men, shield your eyes. The moment it began to emit a faint ray of light, Otis thundered a commanding voice. I quickly turned away as well, making sure to not catch even a glimpse of it. The device could be playing a recorded video, Executive Manager. Even a brief look at it could consider a taboo violation. Shit. I saw that. I'm so finished. Just as panic began creeping into the voices of several unlucky individuals. Oh man. Folks, this is starting to get a little embarrassing. A sleepy voice breaks through the darkness past my metaphorically speaking, shut eyes. Mentor? Oh wait, sorry. Eyes open, Ongdu. What's wrong with everyone? Got dust in your eyes? The hell's wrong with you? Don't you know that anyone who watches even a split second of a recorded video in N-Corp gets... Of course I know. But I'm watching it anyway. Open your eyes, esteemed fellows. This motion picture isn't recorded. Hang on. He's right. That video's not a recording. Possibly emboldened by Kim's command, or perhaps believing that seeing the video could be exactly explained as incident explosion in course while subduing violations. The N-Corp employees also opened their eyes and began to mutter amongst themselves. Is that thing talking to us? I finally allowed myself a good look at the machine, which was firing a consistent beam of light against the slide of the wall. And this was its message, delivered via white words on a blackboard. So you've tracked me down this far. After what I went through to refund refuge here, they still end up finding this place. All of you blind and consuming false experiences after false experience without a care about the real thing. Case number TC3224. You are under suspicion of Category 3 violation. Reveal yourself now and forfeit your illegal recordings. Should you comply, we will. What is foolery? But wistless foolery in the absurdest of fools. The hollowed vessel benefit free of all but lingering delusion. Grants not even a rule of echo to the dog-eared exodus of tools.
What's this fella on about?
If you mean to abstain our official duties, we won't hesitate to use force. Clank. Without even so much as turning around, Bamboo-Headed Kim raised his sword and parried away the N-Corp employee's nail-sharp weapon. I'm only speaking as my whim guides me. My dear fellows, no need to get so huffy. I only aim to say that this adornment has no concern. Abomination has no concern after what I went through. It's repeating the same sentences over and over. Now that does make me wonder. Was I just as far gone when I distorted past all words and reason? I mean, if anyone has an answer to that question, it'd be you fellas, right? Kim said nothing more. He turned a piercing look on us, with all the while effortlessly wiping away the N-Corp employees' attacks, as though he was goading us into telling him the truth. Well, don't suppose there's any point in answering. I'm no different from this abomination, just as it wields that contract. I must have wielded the only thing I have ever really known, a blade, transforming into a mindless fiend consumed by a mere tool, carving through both friend and foe, unresting. Hey, Junior, are you still on about that? I tried to avert my eyes, I truly did, but such derange is easier said than done. How can I, when that distorted being has no qualms showing me the... Doesn't he know how rude the unsolicited reflections of the fathoms of one heart is? That's got to be illegal or something. Illegal, I say. Turning a customer into a thug on a Curtis Olympic run. Mere ant before a car in motion into a 12 diving. Okay, how's this? Is this better? Conjuring dead fellows before my very eyes. Before the eyes of their mentor. Simply... Fuck. How the fuck is it peaking? Are you sure it's...
Listening to it.
Okay, wait, what about this? Is this better? Conjuring dead fellows before the eyes of their mentor. Simply unconsiderate. Rude as hell. As
Also, hi, Mr. Jumbles.
As some might say, my port almost burst out of my chest. Concerning of you. Okay. It's Ferda. In that split second, I saw Mersaul's eyebrows twitch. A battle is imminent, manager. Just a natural response to Same's in imminent battle, perhaps. Pop. A blinding flash followed by an explosive bang. My vision immediately went white. Decided to take stamp time coming back, and when it did, the first thing that came into view was a particularly unsettling landscape of S-Corp, followed by Bamboo Hat Kim surrounded by a small army of Chihari-Ong's mentor. Oh wait, fuck, that was you, sorry.
Oh, Angdu, yeah.
Do you want to read it or nah?
I thought you were voicing Bamboo Headed Kim.
Yeah, no, I meant like the Ongdu line.
Oh, yeah.
Here.
Mentor! Jesus.
Keep that up and you'll shout me deaf, Ongdu. Isn't it about time we both grew accustomed to such sights?
Mentor. Still, do I wake from these dreams drenched in cold sweat? That they must bind and drag you away.
Yeah. This isn't so bad, is it? It's just these folks so far, unlike earlier when... Another flash. What was that? Everything went dark. I don't understand what's happening. But first things first, we have to neutralize everyone here. Get our mission back on track. Adjusting projection. I've been straying far and wandering all day for this exact moment to end. So that was its machine, Faust? The words began to shift rapidly before I had the chance to ask Faust what she meant. To the one who finds comfort settling in lies, I give you what you what most deserve, your gaze. Pop. Bollocks. I'll be blind before today's over at this rate. It changed. It did? Unlike the earlier instance, one of the distortions is different from the others. As Mersol identified, there was something different about the group of Charios this time. They were accompanied by someone. A warrior in impressive armor wielding a sword that was just as tall. That armor and the great hung to us of circle. To be reunited in such a manner. The warrior drew a bow that hung from the withguard and notched an arrow. I suppose this is how it would have gone down had you been the one to grab me. Military commander, I'm a chieftain. Just go. How do you fare, friend?
May I voice her?
I
Yes, that's
don't know, Verta. Sure, you can.
At the signal arrows losing. Seize the accused.
The warrior looses the notched arrow, which soared into the sky with a piercing whistle. And with that air-splitting sound, as they curl, the Chorios began to swarm us. But yeah, Jumbles, I don't fucking know.
I mean, is there a person you would like to voice act?
Wait, oh my god, the most recent question they asked.
Yeah, I know. Oh wait, which PM characters would it? Honestly,
Reading's a hell
I
of a
don't know,
drug,
so-
isn't it?
for me, I don't know what you're trying to say. My brain lagged the fuck out. It's like midnight and yet somehow I'm still cooperating. I don't know. Maybe my mind's just distracted right now.
I think it's a bit more than a maybe. There. Okay, fair, but also I just can't think of anything right now. Fuck's sakes, my headphones died. God damn it. Okay, right. I'll be
Honestly-
right back. I need to get the charger.
In my utmost opinion, you seem like the type of person to the Mersault. You want me to put the bird back on?
방금 했던 공격은 매우 효과적이었어. 하지만 아직 부족해. 다음 공격은 더 잘할 수 있도록. 우리 쪽에 유리한 환경이 되었네. 잘 됐다.
What, you scared of the French?
I'm back. What did I miss?
Welcome back, Roland. I suggested to Mr. Jumbles Mersault, and he said French.
No, he doesn't. No, he's just racist. It's not anything about
Okay.
fear. He's just racist.
Oh, Mr. Jumbles, that was back then. Also, plus, I got like a few more thousand of, well, a few more than just my bird and, Verta, my nugget. Verta, my lobotomy corporation / library of arena nugget.
There.
And yes, I used my own name on them. Since I technically did come up with it first, before giving it to two different characters. Yeah. If you're wondering how many exact AOCs I have in like total, I have about in total I have 15 OCs. Only 6 of them are Project Moon OCs.
Hi, Cat. I see you're here. Okay, fine. Oh, okay, yeah, that, fuck.
You okay?
Yeah, no, the cat just fucking was using their claws and shit.
The cat wanted your attention.
Yeah. Okay, here, I'm giving it to you. What the fuck was that?
What did it do?
I think it just headbutt the mouse.
Well, that's something, alright?
Yeah. Okay, right. I'll suggest some characters after stream. Oh, wait, we're switching. Oh, okay. Why did you look at me when I said okay? What, am I not allowed to say okay?
I forgot, what breed is your cat?
I don't know, Lamau. It's cat breed.
Alright, fair enough.
It has fur and whiskers.
But what could I say about our assault?
Okay, right, let me think about, like, it.
Well, Mersault's a very...
Cat breed cat, yes. See, Jumbles gets it. Oh, you mean those bald motherfucker cats?
Oh, the skinless cats? The furless cats?
I was gonna say, I don't think they're fucking skinless.
I didn't mean to say skinless.
That'd be pretty fucked up. I'm not even gonna lie.
They wouldn't even be alive. And plus, who in the right
How the
mind-
fuck did this thing not die?
Because you didn't do enough damage.
Wow, I couldn't have guessed that one. It was a fucking rhetorical question.
Dude. Okay, though about Mersault.
They're French and autistic, ragingly autistic.
And they're very serious, and I guess one of the cantos, he managed to just spout out an entire goddamn essay out of his mouth.
Intervallo.
In the intervallo, not canto. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Jesus Christ, Mr. Jumble.
Jesus Christ, dude.
전부 잡아드리죠.
Holy shit.
방금 공격. 다음에 다른 개체에게도 다시 해봐줄래? 영상으로 남기면 다른 직원에게도 도움이 될지도 몰라.
귀와 요격 함수 정리라.
Okay, I may have to touch tism, but I hate that. Tism. Tismic.
미유하고는 아름다운 것.
아, 여기선 이런 공격이 잘 먹히는군요. 흉터의 결과.
Was that a fucking gunshot?
Okay.
조금만 더 힘내자. 이제 정말 개체의 제압까지 얼마 남지 않았어.
Well, in all honesty, then I don't know. If you don't want to do Mersault, then I do not know. It's honestly your choice and how you see yourself within characters.
Yeah.
I have something so unfucking hinged, and I'm unsure if I even want to say it.
어렵지 않지? 이미 관찰 기록에 있는 유형대로만 공격하면 되잖아. 관찰 기록을 잘 읽은 것 때문에.
I ain't no expert on Project Moon.
I am, I just don't care. Because objectively, it's funny.
Also, I look at the wiki too many times. Not the fandom wiki, the wiki. The
Both
actual
of which
wiki.
are just consistently wrong.
Alright.
죄를 새겨주겠어.
Do they not lose fucking SP, like, ever?
No, you don't have sync.
Yeah, but normally enemy lose SP on Clash lose.
Well, I mean, these are technically distortions inside the distortion,
Oh, wait.
so...
Shh.
Oh. I shall set from... Alright.
Just a little more. And I think we might be able to smash that dang thing to smithereens, but... Yeah, but it's really hard to focus this on one thing with all the huge warrior... With that huge warrior zipping in and out of reality as soon as we make ourselves an opening. It'd make our lives a whole lot easier if we could get rid of just one of them. The battle seemed to be taking a toll on the sitters, more so than usual. It wasn't that we were up against an insurmountable foe, not even close. Not to mention how Ezra and Ongdu were here to help us out, but... Shite! Haven't they had enough? About time they gave up, innit? Boy, don't you go legging it again.
That big word carrying, that big sword carrying fella sure is kicking our butts. But I don't know if they're the key to... Sorry. I don't know if they're the key to solving this distortion.
We ain't exactly flush with options, are we? Our exit's blocked. And it ain't like we can stop mid-fight and strategize. With the battlefield consistently shifting and flashing between N Corp and S Corp, we simply did not have the breathing room to focus on anything but the projector, and I'm Gios, who was switching with great blade who was swinging that great blade with frightening force. Besides, Ongdu, go cover his back too.
It shall be done.
N-Corps was sending far too many people against us. There weren't that many at first, but it seemed that the sudden spike in employee casualties in an area so close to the nest had alerted N-Corp to our location. How do we get out of this? Faust, Otis, help me out here. I decided to stop racking my brain trying to navigate a situation I know little about. And instead rely on the sinners with probably more experience in the field. First, I need to know if there's any way we can deal with the endless reinforcements N-Corp is sending after us. Second, will defeating Imgion Yup or destroying that projector bring an end to the distortion phenomenon? If I may speak freely, Executive Manager, it is unlikely that our present forces will suffice to overcome the current rate of enemy reinforcements. Not only is this battlefield suddenly in close proximity to the enemy stronghold, but there is an unpredictable variable in that strange machine that makes neutralizing every single wave of enemies difficult. I regret to be the bearer of bad news, but we are trapped in a battlefield with but a single exit, which the enemies have already blocked. Without reinforcements of our own, there is little hope of prevailing through this current predicament. Yeah, Seems that way to me too. But maybe we can neutralize the distortion phenomenon at the very least. Faust recommends entering the dungeons of the Fathom as our exit. Dungeon of the Fathoms? But how can we enter if we can't even talk to the distortion? Wait, maybe. During the LCB regular checkup back at the LCE, he says that all you have to do is read what's going on that note in front of his distortion. Apparently it's some kind of code. Right, keywords. This one seems to be a location type distortion, which means that regardless of where the bright flash takes us, N-Corp or twisted culprits of S-Corp are still within its range. In other words, as long as I have the right keywords, I can summon an entrance to its dungeon of fathoms from anywhere within it. Okay, so what are keywords for this distortion then? Hohenheim had provided us with necessary keywords for his distortion back then, but this time we have to figure it out on our own. First things first. One of them has to be photography. It's obviously being presented through the entire phenomenon, if I may. Perhaps experience may be one of them. Yusang put his 2 cents in, having briefly retreated from battle to the back line. There is an undercurrent of obsession with experiences stemming his every trail. It must have ought and reveled to do what has caused this distortion. Experience, the culprit alone, lacks sufficient. It must be something more grounded, something that is at once symbolized with experience while meaning a through line to N-Corp technologies, that one core of his obsession. Canned experience? Most likely, thinks Faust. Alright then, photography, canned experience. Negative seems to transpire as of yet. It didn't, but I could feel it. There were these kind of photographs that they used to make canned experience. So that's what that strange sensation was. Mentioning that word shook the distortion and caused that rippling effect. But it was clearly not enough to force an opening to the dungeon of the Fathom. How many other keywords could there be? Scraps. Sorry? Oh, I thought we were all taking turns sharing what might have caused him to distort. And going by the way you folks were saying your piece one after another, I thought it was to be some sort of a Zen rhythm. Not a Zen rhythm, no, but where'd scraps come from? See, when enjoying the benefits of slacking off at work, all kind of mundaneties come to prosper. Far more interesting qualms, sometimes even revealing secret. It's invisible to eyes focused elsewhere. Take our person of interest, to wit. He has been poking around this area of town with an eye-watering experience camera in tow. So considering that every store owner I'd lightly prodded for information had tales of talking about him. Each tale added another facet to the long stage for a once driven man with a can-do attitude, an uncaring attempt to pull himself up by his own bootstraps and clear a path towards the Nest residency, who became so bewitched by photography that he straddled from his fortune on what was, in the end, nothing more than a pastime. And that went on until he found himself reduced to a pawnbroker, barely making rent on a scrap heap of an apartment. In pursuit of his identity, the man lost grip of fortune and reality. I sought out his apartment and found a few scraps of his writing. When cold raindrops drips through the roof, when mold and tempered humidity together erode from the earth, the mind begins to wander, lost. Eventually madness is invoked in a form indulgence from drunkenness. The purge lost himself. Streams lagging. A shadow darker than any I've seen on Kim's face, culprit beneath the shelter of his eyes. No, I'd seen that look once in the past. Though it was more accurate to say that I had heard it in his voice that echoed in his fathoms, distorted by guilt and regret. Perhaps I shouldn't be surprised by the fact that this distortion has, among the countless people here, taken particular interest in bamboo-hatted Kim. Photography, canned experience, and scraps. Like instance, the final piece of the puzzle, the space before us momentarily warped and flashed, opening a path to the distortion's fathoms. Well then, we will be right behind you, Executive Manager. Miss Ezra, this is what I have seen then, the gateway to one's fathoms. Huh?
Roland.
This is it, huh? Neat stuff. What?
Never mind.
But, before she could finish, Ezra had to redirect her focus from our discussion back to the battle. Most of the sinners were caught in the same predicament. Some managed to disregard from battle and prepared to enter the dungeon of Fathoms, but Honglu and Gregor and several others were busy holding off the N Corp employees.
they're gonna follow us right in there if we don't run right.
Probably. Even though those who aren't chained to Dante like we are can travel through the pathways once it's open, so.
Yeah, let's not drive ourselves into a narrower corner. Fuck.
I'll keep them at bay. Hearing that, bamboo-headed Kim stepped up. My sword arm's not what it once was, but it should be enough for this. Besides, I have little wish to set foot in such ill-omened place and be tangled in such a bizarre mess. Is that really what he thinks? There was something in his eyes that led me to believe this was more about just staying behind to protect our rears. He was WTF. Huh? What a terrible front. At least try to pretend to be sincere and make it easy for us to believe you. Do you think that terrible excuse was going to fly? What are you trying to avoid? Sword swinging? Sword swinger? You're not some kid trying to get out of doing his homework. I remember hearing that entering a dungeon of the Fathoms will bring one of the splendid fathoms of distortions is gazed into. Then what lies within must be my very own, for that is what the abnormality is gazing into. It's decided then. Coming with us. We ain't about to walk in blind to a place we know shite about, mate. Guide us in there, yeah? Oh, that's... He keeps it simple. You try that too? Learned the hard way that homework, like summer reading, doesn't go away just because you don't look at it. It's still there, even as the summer break comes to an end, ruining the last days of your vacation into an all-nighter. Araishi's scabbard vibrated cheerfully in agreement. Stop procrastinating. Go do your summer reading. What was it you said? Face the homework, save the GP. Face the sin, save the ego. It is, after all, the attitude attributes the company expects of its employees. Go, Junior. You guys too. LCB, I can handle them all on my own. Well, you won't make a lone stand? Hey, who the heck do you think I am? I'll show you why Team Leader Moses felt safe sending me out alone with you guys. This was because a monster of the week situation of Team Leader, me back in our duo days. This was basically a monster of the week. I can handle him on my own, no problemo. I wanted to see how you guys handled the infiltration point, but I guess you can never really have it all. Oh well, guess I'll just have to trust our two OCs, team newbies, to handle that. Now that I think about it, I think I'm setting a pretty solid example as your team superior, aren't I? I don't like this, but it seems that I don't have a choice in the matter As long as this card hangs from my chest. With a sigh, Kim shook his head and joined us, dragging his feet all the while. Verda. Verda. I shall take the vanguard. Mentor.
Sorry, Roland. Mentor. Be warned that the entrance is floating. Take a step over, or you may trip.
I can clearly see that, Hongdu. Bring me a ladder if you're really that worried, why don't you?
Have you need of one?
Mere jest. You needn't worry.
이제야 회사가 정상으로 돌아갔네. 이번 제압은 끝이야. 너희들
Jesus, Angdu, you don't know the difference between a joke and seriousness.
판세는 완벽히 우리에게 있었다.
Okay, right, so this will be the
London
fucking
time.
end. Finally, I will be free.
There he is. Are you trying to look for a specific one?
I'm just saying, because I know there's other ones, I'm just seeing if there's one with a better ego.
Why the fuck did they have lasso?
Precisely. Soda, much better. Ironically, it's a terrible fucking ego.
어떤 조직놈들인데 면면 좀 받을까?
If that's how everyone's been living, then my life, my photography's too. So this is S-Corp too, huh? Too, right? It is reminiscent of my homeland, but the sights are much too hideous compared to what rests in my memories. Hideous was, at this point, were we emerged from the entrance of... When we emerged from the entrance of the dungeon into S-Corp streets, what greeted us was a distorted and aerial sight. I wouldn't be surprised to find in an S-Corp themed haunted mansion. Well, that's good. Jumbles. Anyways, Verda, read.
Alright. Sorry, what's been? Alright. Tis a place hardly fit for a human hibernation, far more duplicated than one once expected. Thou sayest that people inhabit these lands for truth?
Really? I think it has a cool vibe. Vibe my foot. I don't think I'll be able to get a wink of sleep in here. Struggling to keep a keyframe, the lives of the downtrodden were beset by a thousand woes and tenfold more struggles. And the streets they inhabit reflect that reality. Many times I had completed in the constructs. Now the folk here had even the will to live on. The shadow that had begun to haunt Kim's face still lingered there as he looked around. If the distortion reveals the fathoms of those it gazes into, as Kim's had said, perhaps this is how S-Corp is reflected in Kim's eyes. On the days when the skies were spotless blue, and the without orders of the corporates, I would scale to the roof of the Charneville, take his roofed house. Yes, the Thumb Duo kit is supposed to be released.
Oh, hello, Frozen Tundra.
And feel it rush breathless my back as I lay upon it. I thought to be a reption solely mine, until in this mirrored world, another has walked here before my arrival. I joined him in looking up at the transit roof of the Charnet. Beneath it, a wicked tunnel I have passed. And now I witness myself before one who shall strike the head of from my torso. There was a figure standing tall next to the building, standing directly up towards the man on the straw roof. I'm Geoffrey Evil.
Are you home? Are you home, I asked.
What a strange visitor I have. Why not call at the front gate if you came seeking the master of the house? Be not like a dog barking up the wrong tree. It's unbecoming.
A dog? Really now? I can see you up there, lounging on the roof. I'm not going to speak to the door like I'm blind.
As a spell of sorts befallen the day. To have such an odd occurrence transpire twice circumvently, the work of a bewitched spirit, I say.
What's so bewitching about checking in on someone?
Isn't it odd that a high rank and noble military commander from our esteemed corporation would come in person to simply check in on how a lowly merchant fares?
You know me?
She certainly knows her jests. She marches forth, vast in washes armor, yet expects no violence. She wields a two-handed great blade like a demonic Yoshi, yet harbors no hostile intent. Why, who else might she be but the military commander, Tias Evil, the princess of the famed I'm family?
You are certainly in the habit of speaking in hyperbole. I'm not so noble that I deserve to be complimented with the effort so grand as the principled.
Ah, not a compliment, you see, Commander. This is a rehabilitation resource technique known as backhanded compliment, in which I damn you with praise for you who are so bound by your principles, princess, that you would rather be unreasonable than betray them. Does an office rank second alligator have no wit to engage in such banter? Why am I out of line, as they say? You two are friends, right? This was our first meeting, so no, not at that precise moment. I know I'm just saying that if I were her, I wouldn't even let myself become friends with you after such a bad first impression. I can't imagine becoming friends with someone who keeps pushing my buttons. Maybe, but people do find friendships and personalities if they have a taste for prickliness. You've got friends in us, don't you? Ugh, fine, you have a point, I guess. I do have a habit of pushing people's buttons, too. But still, I hope you're not seriously comparing the way I talk to a sassy, gotcha-digging a punditry. Well, the world we live in is a vast and driven one. Consider yourself lucky that you're surrounded by many quirky characters. It's because of that such luck that she took the joke well rather than responding by trying to cut off my head.
You are out of line, yes. But I knew you would be. So I won't take issue with it. Though I must admit, the rumors of your sharp tongue do you no justice. The streets speak of a man they call Kim Lib. Bamboo-hatted. Bamboo rain hat. A man who once had intended to pursue the path of the brush, only to realize the sins of his forefathers and exiled himself to the back streets. Yet, with the sheer power of will, gritting teeth, and sacred heart, scarred heart, did he find the path of sword another way, into the nest, as the right state counselor's sworn guard at that. That's you, isn't it?
All those superlicious, yet the reality is I've merely found the path of man butchered as a viable way of life. Direct any complaints you have towards the right state council, if you will. I am but a butchering blade that happens to fall into the right hands.
No, not a compliment. Just the word on the street.
You're quite you're a quick learner. And spare me the fancy reading of my name. Watching you pretend that pronouns posting comes naturally is painful enough already. Keep it simple and spell it out as bamboo-headed Kim. Thank you.
And does he continue to veer away from the line?
I'd rather be a corpse cold and dead than stay in line. Have a shred of mercy on me, Almighty One.
If I come to all the way here just to punish you for every little misdeed and ill manners, I would have laid you out and split you in two. 3 ways before this reviving dialogue brought us this far. So, feel safe to continue terracing outside the line, but in return, would you answer a few of my questions? I've been watching you from a distance for a while now, and...
Really, stalking someone is not very principally of you. You sure she didn't give you a good wallop after that? No, it's really a mystery, isn't it? Besides, she didn't give me free rein. She did give me free rein to continue trespassing outside the line. I couldn't, in good concern, turn down such offers of kindness. Not that I ever do.
You sure have a way with words. A way of finding your way under the listener's skin, huh?
Perhaps yet are such jests not to be experienced around fellowship of close mutual bond. They don't look like friends yet, though. So, care to tell us why you'd been watching you? I was engaged in the age-old pastime of throwing rocks. Oh, you speak of the game of Songji? Save them for the festivals of Darty. I was throwing rocks at passerbys. I need the fucking images. I need the image of his face with the text, I was throwing rocks at passerbys. I need that now.
Oh yeah, that's right. Hold on, move your cursor out of the way. Thank you. I'll be editing that below. If I could figure out how to do it on Krita. Alright. I was throwing rock. Fie on thee! That is a wrong deed, good sir.
I suppose it is. People of Pawnee, bone, and flesh in particular, have found it to be disrespectful, distasteful, and they do not let their discomfort be hidden. But the Pia and downtrodden cheered me on to a degree they found it cherished. Pulse. Curious. There is a... Sorry. Was curious. There is... Is it a right deed or a wrong... Or a deed not right? You there?
Boy, Pio, Sal, whatever is it that thou art describing?
It is a well-known...
It is,
Oh, right, sorry.
yeah, it is a well-known truth that S-Corp is also known by its other name that I will not be pronouncing because I fucking suck. A wing specializing in the general agriculture and livestock industry of the city. The vastness and depth of its responsibilities have necessitated such diversions of labor. Thus, District 19 is split into 3 court circles responsible for different respects of the industry. Sal, Pai, and Pio. I don't know how to say that last one. Each meaning flesh, blood, and bone, respectively.
You responsible
where
for
Pio
cultivating
collects
of
bones.
for the cultivation of rice and other grain. Pulse responsible for meat, livestock, and P in charge of technological aspects of both. Berta.
As a scientist and a researcher who once toiled at S-Corp, you must have felt the persecution. Fuck, I don't know. That the pie faced firsthand. It is believed that the Trinity was designed for balance, that they would provide assistance when requested and keep one another in check when needed. It was once a promise of a fair and sustainable S-Corp. Alas, the noble intentions of yesteryear now lie solded, and the Trinity now degraded to 3 correlating bands of profiteers blinded by adversaries, relying not on honor but betrayal and perfidy to claim the top of the triangle. And a herent of the flesh claims the position of the chief state counselor and monopolizes rice as the common folk starve. Flesh, bone.
In obvious of bone. Once a right station chief counselor tours to southeast and raises to the street of the left stature counselor.
Yep, shit. When such shameless conspiracy permits not to the common folk to even till the land as they Please, anguished cries of suffering flood the streets.
Thus, the common folk are reduced to livestock, bleeding out, hanging from a hook, while the bone and flesh collect like that of the emitted dead. Who claimed this severity of flesh and bone were forced and forced them both to yield.
Yield my flesh to claim their bones.
An off-here poem when walking the streets of Escorp.
Ha ha ha. Then the people whom thou have targeted with thy rocks were
They weren't people. Rats.
rats?
Oh yes, the counselor finds rats distressing. Much better to stop them from a distance if you want to crush them.
By any chance, do these rats have a habit of sneaking into the royal court to better profile what the common folk rightfully deserve?
They certainly suffer from a severe case of carnalopathy, kleptomania.
So you purposefully threw a rock at his feet to trip him on the ground, knowing that he was a klepto rat?
Well, I simply cannot help but react as such in the perspective of Sardane's rats. Is there a month you find funny? Speak if you do. Could use a good laugh about now.
Just heartedly expressing my gratitude, that's all. Those whose corruption is revealed ought to be readily received their scarlet or bonds. The gout to scamper away with their expensive prosthetics. My men were having some trouble apprehending them until now.
Well, if that is your intent, you are invited to leave a token of gratitude somewhere in the valleys. Perhaps I will happen to pick it up. Wouldn't want to get thrown in the dungeon teeming with the real vermin.
I was to do just that. So when you'll stop being a sword and be human again?
What?
When do you clock out? Excuse me. The way I see it, you're not the kind of person who'll ever let a drop of liquor get to his tongue while on duty for the right state counselor. Return to the Choga. Return to this Choga when you're human again. I'll buy you a drink as thanks.
She's a fun one.
mentor, then this fellow you had often mentioned fondly was...
Correct. I haven't mentioned her a few times as a drinking... I haven't mentioned her a few times as a drinking fellow I had left behind in S-Corp. I must say, I found that relationship most indulging, that a military commander of the Shay faction would fraternize with a bodyguard of the right state councilor, who was the Pi faction.
Still, I knew not the fellow was not other than a military commissioner of S-Corp.
Ongdu's eyes had gone wide in shock, her voice raising
I think she might be jealous.
unconcerned.
It is news to me that you have had ties to the second Orient official, a military officer with command over high-ranking employees of the wing that...
Well, I was in the service of the right state councilor, who's the first Oriental, you know?
Well, that might be true, yet
you would like to know why I, with such a powerful friend by my side, have ended up in exile from S-Corp.
yes, your silence over matter of such great import is why I have come to introduce you to others as a retiant one mentor. We had made Blade Lineage our home for S-Corp, availed no home for us but the lineage. But you, mentor.
I'd rather show than tell. Let us proceed, shall we? This enchanted place seems intent on unearthing all of my path, both sworn and unsavory. Savory and unsavory. All shall be revealed in due time. Kim looked around, a twist of loneliness in his eyes before moving on. We follow without a word. Right, I think I'm gonna fucking end stream because goddamn, that is long. Oh my god, it's gonna be so fucking long.
Yeah, smart choice.
Yeah, so I'll see ya everyone. Bye.
Bye.